Okay, and it's recording.
Yay! Thank you, Melissa. Welcome, everybody. Real quick, if you're new to Zoom and you see that you're not muted, you can mute yourself. And then obviously at the end, if we have time for questions, you can unmute yourself for sure. Sometimes there's background noise and stuff. So anyhow, I know we're recording, so I will get started and just welcome everybody. My name is Anna Cramsey, and I just wanted to welcome you to Angie and Melissa's Freedom Revolution online event. You may not, maybe you don't know either one of them, or you probably don't know who I am, but we are partnered together in order to share a message of hope with a group of mission-driven people. And you've been invited by Melissa and Angie because they respect you, they care about you, and they would love for you to know a little bit more of what we have been up to. So just know that this call is meant to be relaxed and fun. You don't have to buy anything or do anything. Just being here to show your support is honestly enough. So for the first few minutes, we're going to talk about family health. You're going to hear from both of the ladies as well as myself some inspiring stories about taking their health to the next level and helping others do the same. And for the rest of the call, we're going to talk about the organization that Angie and Melissa have partnered with, the Juice Plus Company, which has allowed people all over the world to create additional options and a sense of fulfillment. So maybe something will stand out to you, or you'll think of someone who needs to hear this message. So thank you guys for coming. And to kick off the call, we're going to talk about a question and the importance of nutrition. So I think we would all agree, or not agree, maybe, that being healthy today can be a challenge. Yeah? I think it's so true. And I know that a lot of us, we love to look good, we want to feel good, we want to live a long and active life. We know it's our job to make this happen, but unfortunately, it can be complicated and unpleasant and time-consuming most of the time. That's where we come in, and Angie, Melissa, and myself, along with thousands of others around the world, are a part of a movement, and it's called the Healthy Living Revolution, where we help people take their health back in ways that are simple, they're doable, and fun. So we all know the foundation of good health requires good nutrition. We all can agree on that. And that we have to flood our bodies with the most important foods that we could ever eat, which are raw fruits, vegetables, and berries. On average, we're supposed to eat around 9 to 13 servings every day, but almost nobody does, and definitely not the variety or the consistency that we all should. And that's why we love the nutritional support that we get by Juice Plus. This is one simple change that has taken our health to the next level. And if you've never heard of Juice Plus, I'm going to show you here, what it is. So I'm going to pull up a few things here. So Juice Plus, if you don't know what it is 30 raw fruits, veggies, and berries in capsules. And then we have 15 additional complete plants from a complete whole food beverage. So you see this right here, and the ingredients, which you can see online as well. The capsules, they're vine ripened, raw, whole produce. The water, the sugar, the salt's removed using low temperatures, and it's put into powder form, and then into capsules, and then also chewables for your children, which is awesome, and adults. The chocolate and vanilla complete that I showed, it's gluten-free, it's whole food protein, it's fiber, amino acids, and fruits and veggies all in a shake. And it's a great for any meal, post-workout recovery, or a mid-afternoon snack. Some of the things that I love about Juice Plus is that it's the most researched nutritional product in the world, with 37 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals. It's food, it's not a vitamin. So you can see here that it has a nutrition label. I don't know if you guys can see that. Not a vitamin supplement label. It has the same label that you would find on a bag of frozen broccoli in the grocery store. So the government considers this food. There's no warning label. It's safe for people of all ages, pregnant, nursing women, children, elderly, athletes, you name it. We also just came out with this omega blend. That is a fabulous plant-based omega, which is fabulous. Takes the fish out of the picture and goes straight to the source with lots of awesomeness in this stuff. It's been great this year. And then we also have 2 complete bars that we have in our product line that are all whole food based and delicious. And then we also, which I won't go too much into, we have a tower garden, which is another excellent way to grow your own food and an excellent way to help people just really show them how to add more whole food to their diet. And then also, I know Melissa and Angie are a big part of this 10-day Jumpstart program, which is our Shred 10. It's a program that helps to truly jumpstart your health over a 10-day program that lasts longer than that, but it's a 10-day jumpstart, and we have an amazing, fun, really supportive community that helps you do that. So with the Juice Plus capsules and the Complete and everything, it provides over 45 whole food plants every day into your diet. So if you can imagine what your health would look like after 4 months, 6 months, a year, it's just incredible. So I've been eating Juice Plus now for over 5.5 years. And today I'm healthier at the age of 40 than I was in my early 20s. I started Juice Plus because I was desperate to find something to help me and my family get healthy. I never touched a plant or anything plant-based until I was 35 years old. So I struggled through 3 pregnancies during that time and had unexplained infertility. Not knowing that the nutrition that I was fueling my body with wasn't nutrition. It was junk, and why I could not sustain pregnancies. So that was a big eye-opener for me. And then once I had my babies is when I really realized it was time to make a change. So I was seeking something. I was looking for some sort of support, and it came to me in Whole Foods in a capsule. It has absolutely changed my family's health. It has put us on a path for such success in that department. I immediately, after starting the product, had energy, which I had 3 kids under 3. So that's like, that doesn't happen. And I was able to start working out. That's where I met Melissa. And it's and pizzas and cake there. Angie, I know we could share experiences different, yet we have so many common elements that show us how nutrition honestly helps everything. So I'm going to pass it to Angie to share what she's experienced with the product so far.
How are you passing it to me?
There you go. I passed it to you.
Oh, great. My story probably starts back about 20 years ago, because after I was done with college, I really got married, had kids, did my dream job, what I thought was at the time, got into my career, and things were really tough getting used to being married and having little kids and a job that was demanding and stressful. But I learned, and I just gave up on me. I wasn't putting me first at all. So I hit a really low point about 43. And I mean, this started when I was probably about 29 or 30. I just had been giving up on me. I gained a lot of weight. I never got rid of my baby weight. And at 43, I just was at a really, really low spot. So I went to my doctor, and he said, "Why are you crying?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, that's it?" And so I went to my OBGYN, and she prescribed an antidepressant. And I was like, no thanks. I don't want to take a pill. That's not me. And so she also suggested that I start to exercise and walk to get the weight off of me that I needed to get off. And I really did need it for me to make me better. So I started walking with a couple friends, and then eventually Melissa was the catalyst that we started CrossFit with her. And she kicks us around in her little gym every day, or almost every day. And so my friends and I have been very consistent and very persistent with our exercise routine. But my eating still wasn't quite dialed in. And I knew that's where I needed to make a lot of my big changes, because my diet was not that great. I do like vegetables, but I do like everything. That's my problem. I'm a eater. I like to cook. I like to bake, and I like to eat. So, and one of the things too is I like to drink. So I told Melissa, hey, I'm in for Juice Plus. Let me do it. And I was in full hog, capsules, bars, shakes, the whole shebang. And I started taking it. And about 2 months into eating Juice Plus, I did my first shred. And that's when I was like blown back with how I felt. Number one, I had the bad caffeine detox headaches. And it was so eye-opening. I'm like, how could caffeine and coffee make me feel like this? And then eliminating gluten and dairy were really big for me, because now when I do eat anything with gluten in it, and I think, well, if it's made with dough and it looks doughy or a batter, that's how it looks on me eventually. It looks like dough on me. So I'm like, I can't, even though I love that kind of stuff, bread and cakes and cookies and stuff, I just can't eat it all the time. Moderation, right? And dairy, honestly, who doesn't love cheese too? But cheese, I've noticed, plugs me up like nothing else. I can't, it just does. When I eat a bunch of fruits and vegetables, I feel so much better. When I go, so much better. So I really, the takeaway for me for the shred was just noticing how foods were interacting with my body and me, and more than that though, my mind has been improved. I'm not giving up on me like I have been for so many years. Like, I'm putting me as a primary thing in my life, because I do really feel, like you said, Anna, you feel great at 40. Well, I think I'm 46. I feel so much better at 46 than I did when I was 36 or 26. I'm actually looking forward to turning 50, because I know I'm going to be the best 50 that I can be. And compared to other people who I know are 50 and I meet that are around my age, I'm like, whoa, I look pretty good, and I feel good. That's the main thing. My whole perception or outtake with food has changed so much that, my boys and my husband, we've always eaten pretty well and pretty, circle the grocery store to eat instead of eating down the aisles. But with Juice Plus in our life, it's been a game changer. So I'm definitely drinking a lot less caffeine, less alcohol. I mean, I know I'm eating much, much better. So it really has improved my physical look and my mental awareness, my mental stability too. So I'm not going to go to that low spot anymore where I'm giving up on myself, because I am putting me forward, putting me first. So that's my Juice Plus story.
Angie, that's awesome. I don't know that I've heard the whole story, so that was really cool to sit and listen to it. Like, it's so inspiring, and I know that you can inspire so many other people with that story, because I think that a lot of us, especially mamas, I mean, I know that we have men who feel the same way, but mamas, we always tend to put ourselves last, and then we don't feel good. I think we can all identify with that, absolutely. I know for me, I was 35, but I had definitely hit my rock bottom nutrition, my, health point when Juice Plus entered my life. And it was a catalyst. So thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. Love hearing stories, and we could share them all day. So I'm going to just transition now to really talking a little bit about the company behind the product, behind Juice Plus. And as you can see, that our main mission is to bring freedom through improved health. That's our main goal. It's important to note that about 85% of Juice Plus, the product, is purchased from customers who have no affiliation with the company whatsoever. But there are those who are looking for another type of freedom, and that's where the Freedom Revolution comes in. That's where we come in. Like I said before, we're not asking you to go out and do anything. We're simply here to share why we love this business and what it does for us. And perhaps you will think of someone, even just one person in your life, who needs to know what's possible. So before I jump into some stories, myself and Melissa, I want to address just a few common questions about our business. So people always say, how does it work? Well, it's a virtual franchise. It costs $50 a year to be a part of the business, and that's it. You have an online office and a personal website you can run from your phone anytime, anywhere. The company manufactures the product, delivers it, bills and collects from customers, and pays us directly through direct deposit every month. So it's awesome. And we just share by word of mouth, and the company honestly does the rest. There's no inventory to keep, just the Juice Plus that we touch, our own product. All commission levels are permanent, and there's no quotas to meet, which is fantastic. People can share a little or a lot with the freedom to choose their own individual pace, and that's just fabulous. What people ask me is what's so great about our Juice Plus company. We were founded over 50 years ago, a lot of stability there, and our original president, Jay Martin, is still at the helm today. We're privately held and debt-free, and over $12 billion in sales in the Juice Plus company, and we're on track to hit that $1 billion mark by year 2020. The way the money is made in our business is in 4 different ways, and that's with profit, commissions, short and long-term residual bonuses, and family insurance. At the top positions, the families are eligible for benefits including medical, dental, disability, life, long-term care, chiropractic, prescription, college tuition assistance, holiday bonus, and monthly expense allowances. This can be a short-term or a long-term wealth building and retirement strategy. So the third question we get is, what does the Juice Plus company do to make a difference? Outside of our amazing product, the Juice Plus Children's Health Study, which has been going on now for over 15 years, provides free Juice Plus to children. We are over the 1 million families to date mark, which is fabulous. We're the title sponsor for the St. Jude's Marathon each year. And last year, we raised $10 million for the Children's Hospital. We're involved with the Boys and Girls Club. We've created a technical institute to teach students marketable trades. And 100% of those graduates have been placed in jobs, which is amazing. And right now we're donating Tower Gardens to every Boys and Girls Club across North America, and that's in over 4,000 centers. And we donate over 10 million complete meals to Volunteers of America. So that's $20 million worth of food that the Volunteers of America will never have to buy. And in fact, in 2016, our president, Jay Martin, was honored by the Volunteers of America for his 3 decades of service. So not only is Juice Plus an awesome product, the company behind it is really about giving as well as inspiring healthy living. So I just wanted to share those few things. And then I'm going to go ahead now and introduce Miss Melissa. I know that she's been part of the business now for a while, and I would love for her to share, how she feels about, what she's doing with the Juice Plus company.
Yes. So I've been with the company for going on 4 years now, which is kind of weird to think it's been that long. But prior to having kids, I was in corporate healthcare. Sorry for my voice. It's all scratchy. It's wellness. So I apologize for that. But I was in the corporate wellness world for 7 years prior to having kids, and worked for various medical groups and hospitals. And after having my son, I went back to work, and when he was 6 months old, and I realized I couldn't do it anymore. There was no way that I could put him in daycare and have someone else raise my son. So at that point in time, I decided, I was like, we got to figure another way. I got to do something else. And so I resigned from my position at that point in time, not knowing how we were going to make it work. I knew we had to make cuts, and we made extreme sacrifices, going down to one single income. And we did it. And then I realized there was something more that I wanted. I realized I loved helping people, and I wanted to still stay in that health area, but I wanted it to be on my own terms. But I couldn't figure out what that was going to be at that point in time. So at that point, I fell in love with CrossFit. A friend of mine coaches or ran a box up in Sacramento, and was where Anna was one of my athletes at the time. And I started a blog thinking like, okay, I'll pursue those things and maybe that will help supplement my family's income. It fulfilled my passion in helping others, absolutely, but it's not really any income stream at all. And we were fine going about it financially, making it work, but I realized long term, would we be financially okay and be able to provide and not worry paycheck to paycheck? Absolutely not. We weren't at that point. And I felt like our life wasn't stable. We wanted other things and dreams and to build a house one day and so forth. So I needed something, but I still couldn't figure what that was going to be. So I was pregnant with my daughter at the time, and Anna, one of my athletes, introduced me to Juice Plus and asked if I had heard of it, and I hadn't. And I have to admit, I was really kind of turned off and skeptical at the time because I ate very clean, pretty clean, and thought, I took every vitamin under the sun from the long history of my grandmother and my mom taking every pill under the sun and sending me care packages of vitamins to college, and I wouldn't really take them. And so I thought, well, shoot, have every supplement. I don't really need anything else in my life. I'm fine, thanks, and I'm pregnant, and we were moving at the time. But then after coming home and doing my own homework and seeing how much research was done on the product, I thought, oh my gosh, I want this. This has to be in my life. And my midwife and my physician at the time said, get on this stuff. This is better than your prenatal. In fact, they both said, get off your prenatal and just take that, because I had constipation problems with my prenatal and all of that stuff. So got on the product, and Anna had asked me, well, since you're going to eventually put all of your family on the product, it kind of makes sense financially to sign up as a distributor, because then you'll get money back on your own product. And I thought, well, yeah, that's true. So I just signed up knowing that I'm just going to get money back on my owner, never thinking that even though in my back of my head I was looking for something to help supplement my family's income, didn't occur to me that Juice Plus would help that in that way. So I signed up. I had my parents as my first customers, and a friend from college signed up, and I got my first bonus pretty much like within the first month. And I thought, oh, this is great. But still being pregnant and not seeing that, like, it's just like not seeing the bigger picture here. I'm just like, okay, kind of went on. And I slowly grew my business, very slowly at that point in time. And after having my daughter, I realized, okay, there's potential here, but I still couldn't figure it out. Not until I attended my first conference. And all of a sudden, it changed at that point in time for me. And I realized how generous the company was, that, it's been around for a long time, and there's so much potential that I was not utilizing at all. And it just woke me up out of my fog. And I came home and I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what I, can partner with. Because at this time I started my own CrossFit and personal training business after I had my daughter, when we moved back to our small town. And it seemed like, oh my gosh, just marry the two. And I'm able to help people and also produce an income to help supplement my family's income. And since then, it's continued to grow. And we're realizing that, there's more beyond just living paycheck to paycheck. You're able to save and supplement. And we're in the process of building our house, our dream house right now, which is absolutely, to say that, I wouldn't have been able to say that probably 18 months ago at all. And be able, to know that we're breaking ground in 3 weeks. And, and Juice Plus is helping with that. And now my husband's always been a Juice Plus supporter from day one, and he has his own product story. But now seeing the numbers come in, he's like, holy cow, yeah, you attend every Juice Plus event. Like, he actually sees it come to the table and how it's helping. And where it's coming to a point where when building a house, there's a lot of expenses that I'm finding out as we go. But I want to be able to say yes to what we want and not just put in something because that's where we're at right now. I want to be able to say, this is our forever house. Let's build it the way we've always dreamed of building. And I finally see that coming to fruition. So that's, yeah, that's my story basically. And I love it. Just changing people's lives and helping people. And then also being able to help people financially is the most rewarding thing.
Okay, now I'm unmuted.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, I didn't know if you had more to
No, I'm
say,
done.
but that
Yeah,
was
that's it.
okay. Wow. Wow. I didn't know it was 3 weeks. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
We're ripping out the trees in 3 weeks. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'll share mine too. Well, we are finally in escrow with our dream home, finally, since July. And I'll share that has to do with my Juice Plus business story as well. So this is such a fun platform to be able to share that, because I truly, in my heart, like deep down, like why I do this business is because, one, I want to show moms. I'm very passionate about moms being home if they choose to be home. I know that not every mom wants to be home, but if they want to be home, that they can have the means to do so financially and provide mom care versus, daycare. And, it is such a deep rooted passion of mine. And to know that we can create an income where we're all independent, doesn't even matter if you're married or not, that you can have an income that does not make you relying on anybody but yourself. And that is just so deep rooted in me. And it stems back too from, again, where I started this business. I started the business the same time I started the product. So 5.5 years ago, almost 6 years in the beginning of this year. And it was because I was looking for a source of income because I was home. My husband works out of usually the state, 4 days out of every week. And so, when we had our kids, me working a traditional corporate job didn't make much sense. I mean, honestly, it would have put so much pressure on me being, home alone during the week, but also working full time. So we knew that wasn't going to work, but I wanted to help. I mean, adding 3 kids to a family so quickly is a huge financial, not that I want to say a burden, but it does. It adds, extra stress there. And so we were living, very much cutting back, like Melissa said, and just doing what we could to survive. And I finally came to a point where I stopped dreaming or thinking about the future because I was just about survival mode, right? Not only with our health, but with our finances. And so I did start out sort of slow too. I've never been a part of a company like this. I've always worked in corporate America where I've traded time for dollars. And I didn't understand how you could honestly make this like a plan A, like where this would be my full-time thing, my full-time gig. So I was skeptical in the beginning, but I did follow, my mentor in this business when she helped me just with resources and how to share, in my own way as a mama, right? I'm a stay-at-home mom. So building this business was me talking to people on the soccer fields and in line at pickups and things like that. And that really kind of launched, going to CrossFit, right? That's when I started working out and just being able to share my passion because I had a strong passion behind my health story. And so what that did was it launched me pretty quickly after being steady for a little while into now right now I'm a qualified national marketing director with Juice Plus. So that right now that provides benefits for my family, which is fabulous. And right now it is providing quite a bit of supplemental income so that we can work towards my husband, who is same age as you, Angie. He's 40, he'll be 46 next week. And my goal is for him to be able to have the option to walk away from his corporate job, his 6-figure corporate job, because he has been away from us most of our married life and all of my kids' life. And I don't think that that's a proper family unit. Again, that's just my choice, but I just feel like I would like for him to be home. He tries to coach my kids' soccer games and all their things, but he's gone half the time. And so it makes it difficult. And so we just have a bigger vision for what our future looks like for our family, to be able to travel, to be able to say yes more often. And we, just this past year, like Melissa was saying, we're not building our home, but we live in the Thomas community, and we sold our home. We were busting out and never thought that we would be able to do it, but sold our home and found our dream home, and it happened to be a little bit longer process. So we've been in the interim, we've been staying in temporary housing, but we finally are in escrow, closing on our home to be in there before Thanksgiving. And it is just a huge blessing knowing that my Juice Plus business is providing a substantial amount in funding that, but also to carry us into the future to be able to fully fund our life and planning for the future. And I can't tell you how excited that makes me. And I think that's why we get so excited to share, because this is what we do. Like, we share information, and we're able to stay home and do so. So with that, I'm going to conclude and wrap up this call, and just honestly want to thank you guys for joining us, whether you're here live with us or you're listening to the recording. We're so excited to network with you guys, and we're looking honestly for two types of people, and if you fall into one of them, fabulous. We're looking for people who are ready to invest in their health and make their life easier by adding Juice Plus. It only costs around $2 or $3 a day. Kids get it free. And we're so excited. We found it to be the most simple, affordable way to get massive amounts of nutrition in our families' bodies every day. And then number two, we are looking to partner. If anybody is interested in partnering with Melissa or Angie, it's Worldwide Freedom Revolution. Our vision, honestly, and always will be to help people earn stable residual income in order to expand their options, travel, spend time with family, and make contributions to this world. We love helping moms, like we've shared, with freedom to choose mom care instead of daycare, with financial peace of mind. We help, and we're looking for good working professionals to build and have a choice to build their own dreams instead of somebody else's. College kids, if you think of any college kids that are looking for a side gig to pay for school without having to get a job, or honestly empty nesters, looking to create and increase retirement so that there's more to go around to enjoy life and to give to future generations. All of this, comes together, everybody comes together in the most positive, fun community where people can thrive and be fulfilled. I know that's the case for us. So although you're here to support this launch, we appreciate it. Perhaps you can ask yourself, what if this could be the perfect fit for somebody in your circle? Who do you know that may be dissatisfied or looking for a solution? As skeptical or as questions that I had in the beginning as I'm so thankful that my friend who introduced me into Juice Plus did, because it absolutely changed my life. And the best part is I get to work with people like Melissa and like Angie. And, I just can't thank everybody enough, and just want to kind of put it out there to see if either of you have any final words for your friends, or if you would like to say anything else. Otherwise, we can wrap it up. Does anybody have any? We have a few minutes, but if you guys don't have any final thoughts, then I can go ahead and just say thank you and thanks for coming. And we can go ahead and stop the recording, Melissa, if you're ready.
Yeah.
Or